In the words of former Rockets play-by-play announcer Gene Peterson, oh, how sweet it is. The Rockets win Game 7, 113-100 over the LA Clippers here at Toyota Center. Welcome to SportsRadio610.com, our little post-game chat. His name is Howard Chen. My name is Alex. Barrio and Howard. A phenomenal win in front of the hometown fans, and I think a lot of people expected. I think we were a little apprehensive coming into this game, but we knew with the Rockets having home court advantage for Game 7 that once they got it back here for a Game 7, they were going to get it done, and that's exactly what happened.
You know, not just a little apprehensive, really apprehensive, because they were down the series 3-1, obviously.
Right.
They were down by 19 points in the third quarter in that Game 6. They came back to win Game 6. Thank goodness for them. I mean, I think it really helped them a lot that this game was on their own home court. But this game, they had momentum, and they really took it from the beginning. And in that third quarter, got the separation they needed.
They certainly did, and one of the things that this series has kind of shown us is whoever steps up in that third quarter will eventually win the game. And as we saw throughout this series, the Rockets undefeated going into the fourth quarter with the lead. The Clippers were winless if they did not have the lead going into the fourth quarter. That's what we saw. Now, the Clippers did make it interesting in that fourth quarter, but the Rockets got a big three from Trevor Ariza. He had a huge game tonight, scoring in the 20s, but it was that 6 3-pointer that really set the tone and really was the dagger for this series.
It was the dagger for the series, for the game, and afterwards on the court, because Mario Ellie was here.
Yeah.
And 20 years ago, almost exactly to the day, he hit his kiss of death shot, the famous shot against the Suns. And he called Ariza's shot tonight the kiss of death, Club City Part 2. So that's the ultimate compliment in my mind. But the guy who really made the difference in the third quarter doesn't really show up on the stat sheet. In the third quarter, Pablo Prigioni, to me, 4 points on the stat sheet. When he came in the game, different kind of energy, stole 2 inbounds passes, had an offensive rebound that set up an Ariza 3. Just instrumental in this victory.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's been the role players in this series against the Clippers that have really been the story. You go back to games 3 and 4 when it was Austin Rivers scoring 25 points, J.J. Redick scoring 31 in game 3. And when those players were stepping up for the Clippers, they won games. For the Rockets, we saw that in game 6 with Josh Smith hitting some big shots down the stretch. Corey Brewer had another big game again here tonight. A very good change of pace type of player. When those guys are running for the Rockets, and as we expected, when we talked about this series going in one of our last videos, we talked about the bench for the Rockets was going to be key for them advancing, and it took a little while, but they finally got the contributions that they needed from those guys, and they got the victory.
It felt like in this game, everything came together for the Rockets. I mean, it wasn't just James Harden and Dwight Howard. Both those guys had big games today, but the other guys contributed too. Trevor Ariza had his 22 points. We talked about Prigioni. Jason Terry hit some big shots. The whole team really contributed to this one.
Let's not forget James Harden with 31 points in the game as well. And for me, this was kind of the statement game for James Harden. He didn't play at all in the fourth quarter in game 6, and there were a lot of questions whether he was the MVP type of player in the postseason that hasn't stepped up to that level. I thought today he did a great job setting the tone early, scored 12 points in that first quarter, and really asserted himself as being a valuable contributor in this game and this win.
And now the Rockets are in the final 4 teams in pursuit of the NBA championship. First time in 18 years, the Western Conference Finals. Picture that, 18 years. That's somebody's full life graduating high school. 18 years, that's crazy.
1997, the last time the Rockets were in the Western Conference Finals. They've never been in the Western Conference Finals when playing in Toyota Center. So it'll be an electric atmosphere. They take on the Golden State Warriors. Second straight year that in both conferences you've seen the 1 and the 2 seeds advance. Atlanta taking on Cleveland. Now the Rockets are going to have to travel to Oakland to take on the Golden State Warriors, a team they were 0-4 against during the regular season.
Absolutely a tough matchup to even think about. Right now, for this day, I think for any Rockets fan in Red Nation, it's a day to celebrate.
Absolutely. 113-100, the Houston Rockets. How sweet it is, advance to the Western Conference Finals. They'll take on the Golden State Warriors. That series will begin on Tuesday night from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. His name is Howard Chen. I'm Alex Barrio, and this has been your Rockets Wrap on SportsRadio610.com.